I don't suppose this is what you were wishing for just now, is it? Well, that tells me enough. I should let you know in case you have any plans of running too far, but you won't be able to leave this place without my explicit permission. Better you know now before you get lost in the void. Of course, I would eventually find you again, but my concern is more for you ending up lost and panicking before I even get there. And that is the last thing I'd want for you, especially today. Oh, yes, I should have said so sooner. Happy birthday, my dear. And what a wonderful celebration you were given. Endless festivities and gifts, so much laughter and joy. You are truly loved by many. You deserved every minute of it. It would have been uncouth to disrupt you before you were finished. I found it best to wait until things calmed down and you were alone with your thoughts again. It isn't abnormal to be upset on one's birthday. Our desires never go away, even on the happiest of days. There is no selfishness in wishing for more than you received from your gifts. You do not demand anything from your family or friends, and they would not be able to give you what you desire as it is. Romantic love, unfortunately, isn't tangible, nor can it be given to you in a box wrapped up with a bow. And simply wishing for it will not beckon it to come to you. Even if your wish for someone to love you did bring you here to me, I think your reaction made it clear how you feel about that. Though, my reason for bringing you here is related. It is less about what you want, and more about what you lack. Which, at this point, is fairly clear to both of us. Your journey to find companionship has left you with little to show for it. Many years have now gone by, and your heart continues to swell with love without anyone to share it with. Well, fear not, my dear. You no longer have to wait. That day has finally come for you. I want your heart, so give it to me. I don't often see such a pure desire within someone who has lived for as long as you have, without once being able to share their love. Many people will often become bitter and resentful of those around them who are allowed to partake in that sort of fulfillment. Their entitlement leaves their hearts undesirable and unappetizing. Your understanding of your own limitations, and of the factors that are no fault of your own, are what have preserved the sweetness of your heart. Had I been a lesser demon, I wouldn't have been able to resist temptation. But I must confess that my self-control is limited. My own hunger will eventually consume me, and I will be at the mercy of my instinct of self-preservation. Sooner or later, I too will have a great desire that's even stronger than yours. I can free you from your torment. You won't need to feel the despair of loneliness any longer. The moment your heart leaves your body, all of your fears of being alone forever will disappear. You will feel a weight lifted off your shoulders, as if it were never there to begin with. What happens to the body matters little when this is a concern of the heart. There is no guarantee that you will find a companion to spend your life with. But by giving me your heart, it will become a part of me. In my possession, your heart can never truly be alone again. Who's to say that isn't your true desire at its core? It isn't familial love, nor is it the love of a friend. There are only so many forms of love out there that mine can be categorized as. So long as your heart is given companionship, does it really matter how I feel? Well, what more do you want than desire? Oh? Then let me ask, how exactly do you plan to find your ideal companion? Regardless of whether you've decided to be more proactive in your search or not, you are not the one who chooses if or when you leave this space. Well, aren't you changing your tune now that the ownership of your heart is in question? I'd be flattered by your interest in a relationship, but the ironic downside is that your heart will lose its delectability the moment you share your love with me. Or was that your intention? Clever little thing you are. Forcing yourself to love me will unfortunately not make your heart any less filled with untapped love. There isn't any love to give when your feelings aren't genuine. Though, I think it's best not to test that out, in case your heart becomes bitter as a result. I'm not sure if I can trust your love to be genuine, given the circumstances we're in. Especially considering that your intention seems to prevent me from taking your heart. You can be cheeky with semantics all you want, but your heart is tangible, while your feelings are not. Though you will have to explain to me why you have such a sudden interest, despite trying to run away and attempting to find a loophole to dissuade me from doing what I brought you here for in the first place. In what way would you prefer to use your heart? And why me, exactly? What a pity. I've come to expect this with those just like you. But that doesn't make it any less pitiful. Your lack of relationship experience coming from your own limitations and preferences is one thing, but not a single soul approaching you at all. I imagine that does not bode well for your self-esteem. It must feel exhilarating to finally be desired. And not only desired, but to be special among those of your kind. The longer your heart beats with untapped love, the more I want it. And the longer it takes for me to have you, the further I will go to make sure that I do. And if someone else comes to desire you, then I may have no choice but to dissuade them from their pursuit. When someone like you comes along, I can't possibly let you slip away. No human could ever harbor as much need for someone like you as I do. So, you've made the right choice, wanting to stay by my side. And now comes the fun part. Taking your heart for myself. Whether we do things your way or my way, it will become mine. My needs are even stronger than yours, and as such, I must have them taken care of before yours. But I'm sure that whatever it takes to fulfill them is just the sort of thing you've been desiring all this time. You've waited far too long to get here. But those years haven't been waste. Your heart is filled with so much love, just waiting to be shared with the right person. So, from this moment on, spend the rest of your years sharing it with me.